We're celebrating a camera, yeah, wink. Yeah, there you go. Liked it, like it.
That was so funny! Really? That was so funny. I thoroughly enjoyed that video. That was amazing. How about when you actually start doing something on the pitch for once? How about that? And then you could play all the FIFA that you want. Oh, I am so happy, ladies and gentlemen. You know why I'm so happy? Because my boy Phil Foden scored a goal, and it wasn't against Slovan Baklava. Phil Foden is back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me find some synonyms for anemic, because I keep using the same fucking word. That was colorless, ladies and gentlemen. That was bloodless. That was pale. That was gray, that was jaundice, that was waxen, that was chalky, that was ashen, that was white, milky. That's a synonym? What the hell? Regardless, we have just lost the Villa at Villa Park. Obviously, I was only hoping for a draw for this game. We almost got it. And if it wasn't for some dumbass defensive mistakes, we could have actually gone away with a point from this match. 11 shots to 12 shots. You know, we were pretty equal on shots. 6 shots on target for both teams. Possession, 44% for Villa, 56% for Manchester City. 431 passes for Villa, 525 for City. 86% passing accuracy for Villa. We didn't deserve to win that game under any circumstances. Aston Villa, right from the get-go, were exquisite. Right from the get-go, almost scored. Gvardiol almost gave them an early Christmas present within 25 seconds. I would have immediately put my head on a guillotine if we conceded within 18 seconds. But I'm going to start with Aston Villa, ladies and gentlemen. Martinez winning Best Goalkeeper of the Year is not justified. This isn't 2022 anymore. But he did have a decent game. Matty Cash had an incredibly easy time with Jack Grealish today. I thought because of that yellow card, we're going to get into that, it would have been a tougher game or a tougher matchup because of that yellow card. Nope. Jack Grealish took his foot off the gas after his yellow card. I couldn't believe it. Konza and Pau Torres, not really, you know, I mean, look, people are going to say that they pocketed Erling Haaland, and obviously these are idiots who don't understand a thing about football. He got no service. Pocketing Erling Haaland is not really an accomplishment these days. Luka Digne, Kamara I thought had some decent challenges in there. Onana I think was facilitating the team pretty well. John McGinn was very strong, getting into some good positions out wide. His end product I don't think was the best. Honestly, if I was a Villa fan looking at John McGinn, if his end product was just slightly better, Villa could have had another 2 or 3 goals this game. He was finding the right passes, but some of them were a little bit too late, and some of the passes that he were doing, the weights of those passes weren't up to par for what Villa need this season. Yuri Tielemans I thought was exquisite. That pass to Morgan Rogers was the stuff of dreams. Kevin De Bruyne would have been proud of a pass like that. John Duran, exquisite, man. It's crazy to see that Ollie Watkins is no longer the best striker in Villa. He was one of the best strikers in the league last season, but now he's fallen off a cliff, and now John Duran has taken his place. All right, Ollie Watkins is still a good player, but John Duran right now, he's in the form of his life. I knew he was going to take that chance. I thought he would have scored off that first chance from Josko Gvardiol. That was a really tame effort. Easy save by Ortega. Pau Torres, I just want to quickly mention his header. His header was exquisite. That save from Ortega, we're going to get into that, was... Morgan Rogers, ex-City player that we sold to Middlesbrough, I believe, for like, what was it, like 1.5 million pounds? That was one of the best ball-carrying displays from an attacking midfielder I have seen in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Okay, Morgan Rogers is so strong, so powerful on the ball. It's so hard to take the ball off of Morgan Rogers. Man of the match today, it's not even close. In my actual opinion, he's probably the most fun young English talent to watch in the league right now. The most fun. Okay, I mean, because I enjoy watching players take players on. Phil Foden could learn a thing or two from Morgan Rogers. He's not as big, he's not as strong, but he's got the dribbling moves. As far as us, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same old story. Weak midfield, no defensive output. Our best defender, our only world-class defender, Ruben Diaz, is just not it. John Stones I don't remember the last time John Stones ever played a full match. And I think it's time we move on from him in the summer. I'm not even kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Legend of our club. We all love John Stones. I love John Stones. Everybody loves John Stones. But, maybe keep him and just bring in some fresh talent. Just keep him for some substitutions in the next year or two. I don't even know. But Ortega, I'm going to start with Ortega. Incredible saves today from Ortega. Definitely not his fault for the 2 goals being conceded. That was definitely our defense and our lack of athleticism in the midfield. Josko Gvardiol, poor game by him. He made some good decisions. I know people are going to look at his mistake and think that he had a shit game. I don't think Josko Gvardiol had a shit game. I think Josko Gvardiol had some decent plays where he was getting into good positions on the left-hand side. He was making some good defensive displays. Unfortunately, in this new age of technology and social media and Twitter trolls, one mistake is going to overshadow 100 good decisions on the field. Josko Gvardiol made some good defensive plays today, so I'm not going to hone in on him. It's not really just him. Akanji, lazy. You lazy motherfucker. Oh my god. Some of the tackles today, just lazy. You're so big and strong. Why don't you just put some effort into your fucking tackles? Rico Lewis, I thought, had some easy chances to play some great through balls, especially towards the end to Phil Foden, and he completely scuffed that up. Rico Lewis had some good defensive plays in the first half. He had some good moments, but again, lack of athleticism from him, lack of strength from him is biting him in the ass once again. Gundogan and Kovacic didn't exist today. They literally didn't exist today. Ilkay Gundogan, man. Oh my god. I love you, bro. I love you. I'm not on the same boat as other City fans. Fuck off. You're shit. I want you out of my life, blah, blah. No. I want your limits to be limited, but again, we don't have any midfielding options, so we can't just keep pointing the blame at Ilkay Gundogan every single game in our midfield for being old. It's not their fault for aging. It's Tiki, it's Guardiola, it's our board for not replenishing our midfield. I mean, Bernardo Silva, another lackluster game from him. He had some good moments, some good dribbling, especially towards the second half. Some good cuts inside and passing it into his left foot. Now, I'm not really angry with Bernardo Silva specifically. Who I am angry with is Jack motherfucking Grealish. If you think he's the only one that we should blame today, then your hatred for Jack Grealish is just showing once again. A lot of City fans don't like him. It's not really his fault specifically, but why, in God's name, didn't you put your foot on the gas? Why didn't your eyes light up when Matty Cash got his yellow card? Why didn't you start to actually go at him? Why didn't you start to draw more fouls at him? I saw that wink that you had in the camera after Matty Cash got his yellow in the first half, but you did nothing with it for the majority of the game. Again, Grealish was basically our main outlet for a majority of the game, especially in that first half. And when a player is our main outlet, I tend to look at the other players and saying, why aren't you fucking stepping up? Why are you giving all the responsibility to Jack Grealish? It's not his damn fault. He was getting into some good plays, but again, so there was a good cross to Josko Gvardiol in that first half when Gvardiol was running down the pitch. He was dribbling past like 1 or 2 players into space. Gvardiol, like I said, one defensive mistake is going to overshadow a lot of good things that he did today. But Jack Grealish today showed no heart, no grit, no determination, nothing. Phil Foden, you scored a goal. That was a good finish by Phil Foden. Even better dribble from Savinho. As soon as Savinho had the ball, there were 4 motherfucking Villa players around him. 4 Villa players around him. Phil Foden was getting into some good positions today. He was scuffing his shots left, right, and center. He was getting into good positions today. The only problem is that him not finding Erling Haaland, Jack Grealish not finding Erling Haaland, Bernardo Silva not finding Erling Haaland. Again, if you're putting any of this on Erling Haaland, you are a dumbass. You don't know anything about football. It pisses me off because I've been a striker. I've played against professional teams. I've played against some incredible academy teams. I've played against Division 1 soccer players as a striker. When your players around you aren't doing well, your play is going to suffer a bit. Of course, there are other players that can get into positions and take the ball from themselves, but he is not Lionel Messi. He is not Romario. You put Ibrahimovic in this Manchester City team, a prime Ibrahimovic, he's going to look like complete and utter dog shit. You put Diego Forlan or Cavani or any of these really tall strikers or Lewandowski, prime Lewandowski in this team, they are going to look like complete horseshit. Let's not talk about Erling Haaland being a bad player. He doesn't do anything off the pitch. This guy should not win a Ballon d'Or, and all these horseshit comments from a lot of people. This has nothing to do with Erling Haaland. What this has to do with is the ineptitude of the fucking midfield and the creative players around him. Nobody is looking for Erling Haaland. That cross from, I think it was, who was it, Bernardo Silva? I forgot who it was. That crossed Erling Haaland and his header, he almost got to it. I think it grazed his head. That was a first fucking chance of the game that I saw somebody actually have a direct pass to Erling Haaland. And it was the 90th minute, you fucking idiots. What do you expect to happen? What do you expect Erling Haaland to do? Time for some final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. All I'm going to say is that if we do not sign anybody in January, we are in relegation form, ladies and gentlemen. Who are we playing next in the Premier League? We have Everton at home, and then we have Leicester City away. Thursday, Manchester City are playing Everton, 7:30 in the morning for me. It's going to be a little bit later for most of you, obviously, but wow. If we don't come away with 6 points from those two games, then I honestly don't think we're going to even make Europe at this point. Our only hope of getting into the Champions League is winning the FA Cup, and there's no way we're doing that with this team. Again, take 6 points from those two games. Hopefully we can make a couple of signings in January. If we don't make any signings, we're not making top 6.